Alia, have you ever wondered why some countries manage to grow quickly, while others stay poor despite trying similar policies?
Yes, sir. That's why I chose to study development economics, but I still get confused by the different growth theories.
Totally understandable. Let's go through them, from Keynes to the most recent innovation-based models. John Maynard Keynes during the Great Depression saw that growth in the short run depends on aggregate demand. He emphasized government spending, consumer demand, and private investment as primary drivers.
So economic slumps can be reversed by boosting spending?
Exactly. This approach is especially useful during recessions or economic crises. In practice, it's why we see fiscal stimulus packages, such as cash transfers, infrastructure projects, or subsidies, to jumpstart consumption and investment. Doesn't explain long-run productivity, neglects the role of technology and savings behavior. Relevance today, still used for crisis response, like during COVID-19, but not enough for long-term development planning. Later economists built on Keynes by adding formal models like ISLM and ADS. They included price and wage rigidity and rational expectations.
So they refined it mathematically?
Yes, and included the inflation-unemployment trade-off. In practice, this model explains central bank decisions, like raising interest rates to control inflation without crashing growth. Then came Robert Solow. He introduced capital accumulation, labor, and exogenous technology as the engines of growth. The model helped separate short-run effects from long-run trends. As capital increases, growth slows due to diminishing returns. Long-run growth only happens if technology improves.
How is this used in policy?
It's used to analyze productivity trends, estimate capital efficiency, and predict convergence between countries. But it doesn't explain where tech improvements come from. They're just assumed. Treats innovation as external, no role for institutions or policy in TFP growth. The AK model removes diminishing returns. It argues that capital, broadly defined to include knowledge and infrastructure, can sustain growth indefinitely. Justifies heavy investment in infrastructure and education, especially in developing countries. Too simplistic, overstates capital's role. Romer revolutionized growth theory by putting ideas at the center. Innovation, research, and knowledge creation are key drivers of productivity.
So innovation is no longer random?
Correct. Investment in R&D, intellectual property rights, and skilled labor are all crucial. This is why countries like South Korea and Israel prioritize R&D funding and tech-based education. Increasing returns due to knowledge spillovers. Imperfect competition enables innovation profits. Lucas highlighted human capital, the skills and knowledge of workers. Educated individuals enhance each other's productivity, supports massive investment in early education, lifelong learning, and technical skills. Countries like Finland and Singapore apply this heavily. Hard to measure spillovers precisely, education quality varies. Barrow added the role of government. If public spending improves infrastructure or human capital, it can boost private sector productivity. Focuses on quality of spending, not just amount. Used to argue for targeted investment in logistics, health, and education. High taxes can distort growth. They extended Schumpeter's idea of creative destruction. Growth comes from firms innovating and replacing outdated technologies. Startups like Tesla displacing traditional automakers. Policies must support dynamic markets, competition, and entrepreneurship. This model visualizes growth as climbing a ladder. Each innovation raises product quality. Firms innovate not to lower cost but to increase value. Explains tech races like Apple versus Samsung, patent policies, and brand-based competition. Ignores low-income contexts where basic innovation matters more.
Sir, now I understand how each theory fits different realities, from stimulus to innovation, from education to infrastructure.
Exactly, growth is multifaceted. That's why we must adapt models to context. No single theory is enough. Which theory fits your country best? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe.